Astrid Wett calling out Jill Scott for a boxing match, Conor McGregor returning to the UFC, and Mike Tyson dropping some insane new training footage. There's a lot going on around the fighting community, so we're going to be diving into all of it in this video. So the first thing was by far the craziest thing, and that is that Astrid Wett, boxer, corn star, and OnlyFans model, has just called out Jill Scott, professional women's footballer until last year when she retired, and now kind of more of a TV personality, to a boxing fight. It makes no sense, but Astrid seems to think it makes total sense, and Jill Scott is yet to comment on the matter, but it's absolutely wild. You probably don't know, or in case you don't know who Astrid Wett is, she was the person who, on KSI's Misfits, got dodged by KSI when she did this embarrassing moment. Take a little look at this.
Do you think if I had a boyfriend I would do this?
Well, there you have it. KSI, your thoughts on that?
That's my thoughts, laugh.
I can't believe you turned her down. What is...
So, there. She went in for a kiss on KSI. He completely dodged her. It was incredibly awkward. But Astrid Wett is very well known for her, flamboyancy online, let's say. She's always up to something ridiculous. And her latest one being calling out Jill Scott for a boxing fight. And this is to be part of an undercard for the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight, which obviously is absolutely huge already. But I think, Astrid Wett is seeing dollar signs with this. So she called out the international lioness by going on Twitter, of all places, and announcing this to her fans. Take a little look at this.
So as you guys know, Jake Paul is fighting Mike Tyson this year, so I think it's about time I put my gloves back on and call out Jill Scott. Now I know she's a little bit taller than me, but I'm sure we can make it work, and this would definitely sell out an arena and a big payday for Jill too. So Jill Scott, you know what to do.
Sign the contract, big boy. Sign the contract.
So yeah, calling out Jill Scott there, and then if we go over to an article by the Daily Star, content creator Astrid Wett called out former England international Jill Scott for a showdown in the ring. Wett is 23 and has fought 3 times under the Misfits banner and won on each occasion. While I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here winner Jill Scott has no competitive experience in the ring, the Jungle Queen Scott 37 stands at around 5'11", which would boast a 9-inch height average over Wett. That is huge, should they ever face off. Despite the deficit, however, the online personality, who is 14 years Scott's junior, sounded out the former Manchester City, Sunderland and Everton forward. So this is the spiel that she went on. The blonde concluded her call out by saying, "So Jill, you know what to do." And then the video cut to a clip of Tyson, 57, in the ring saying, "Sign the contract, big boy, sign the contract." So moving on through the article, in an apparent ploy to piggyback on the July 20th matchup, Wett is seeking her own return to the ring after boxing last October. Scott has shown some interest in boxing, and walked undisputed world champion Savannah Marshall to the ring for a dramatic loss to Claressa Shields at the O2 Arena in October 2022. She also attended Tommy Fury's decision win over KSI in Manchester last year as a guest alongside Wayne Rooney and Paddy McGuinness. Responding to Wett's proposal, Ebony Bridges intercepted and suggested she'd be keen on an all-blonde encounter. However, Wett hinted she wanted none of that, as she replied, "Genuinely, who is this?" Scott, who represented the Lionesses on 161 occasions, is yet to respond publicly to Wett offering her out. However, there may be no better opportunity to make her entry into a fight sphere and potentially rival the likes of Tyson and Paul this summer. So, 100% this is to try and cash in on the whole July 20th bout between Tyson and Paul. Obviously, that's a huge fight, huge payday for all fighters all round. Netflix dishing out bags left, right, and centre for that one. So Astrid Wett definitely wants to be a part of that, and she knows that all eyes are going to be on that fight. So she just wants a big part of that. But what do you think? Is this a fair matchup, or do you think this is utterly this is about as ridiculous as Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, to be perfectly honest? But hey ho, is what it is. Let me know what you think on that down in the comments. On to the next thing. UFC star, Conor McGregor vows to face Michael Chandler this summer. So this came after an interview where Conor McGregor was asked if he'd be returning to UFC fighting, to which he announced that he is going to be making a return to the octagon relatively soon after his feature film debut. The former UFC double champion and biggest star in the history of the sport told ESPN on Tuesday that he will be coming back to fighting this summer against Michael Chandler. The exact date and event are not known yet, and here is that interview right now.
A few days ago that it's all systems go, and the Notorious will be returning in the UFC octagon this summer.
This summer, that's fair. Chandler, Michael Chandler?
Yes, Michael Chandler, yeah.
185.
Oh, he's so up, yeah.
Announced.
Now look, see this, it's Chandler. I got the and shut up, Michael, you imbecile. The blade doesn't shut up. But see him on Raw and all. I like Mike. I'm gonna bust him up. I'm gonna bust Mike up, yeah. So if I say it, I do it. If I don't say it, if I say it, it gets done. End of. And put that in my stone. And so Chandler in the summer. Wait, we're having a bit of laugh. I was having a bit of laugh with the 185. I haven't checked the scales, Mark, since the last time I weighed in at a UFC event, which is a fair bit of time ago. So I'll have a chat and I'll see where I'm at. But I got great news. It's all systems go. Thumbs up. Got the call. Everything's sweet. I hit the gym. I went, obviously I had me camps in Dubai. I had a camping can. I was preparing, and then I was kind of getting nothing back. So I was kind of, and then other things would have come up. So I kind of dipped out. But now it's on. So there's no messing now. I cannot dip out now.
So there you go. Conor McGregor, former UFC champion, coming back to say that he will be returning to the octagon in no time at all. And it's interesting because I thought that McGregor kind of, with all the controversies that he's been in, the court fights and all the rest of it, I thought this was kind of it. He would just kind of sit back, enjoy his millions, and just do what he does best, which is just chat shit about anybody. But no, he's returning. He seems to be keen to get back into the octagon. And what do you make of this? Are you excited to see Conor McGregor make a return to UFC, or would you rather see him just kind of sit back and let the UFC move on? He is kind of the biggest star in the UFC, really. Like, if you think of UFC fighters, the first person that typically pops to your head is Conor McGregor. So it could be absolutely incredible for the sport to kind of get more eyes, more notoriety on it. But what do you think? Do you think Conor should be making a return, or do you think he has had his time? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. It'll be interesting to see, because obviously it has been a long time since we've seen Conor in action. So I think when we see some training footage and we start to kind of get into the swing of it on the build up to the fight, I think we'll start to really see the real Conor McGregor back again. But for the last thing that we're going to be talking about, Mike Tyson is not stopping. Over on Twitter, he is all over it, posting yet more training footage ahead of his fight against Jake Paul. And the 57-year-old looks in fantastic shape. Take a look at this.
Day 4, it was okay, but you don't know what you got in store, baby. You got to face the God of War and get ready, baby. Fire in the house.
He is looking like an absolute machine. This guy is 57. We are yet to see any kind of training footage from Jake Paul's camp. Jake Paul has been very, very quiet. Over on his social medias, especially after the fight was kind of announced, just kind of trolling from back and forth with the Tiger shot, and then Other things, you know, kind of retweeting Tyson's original tweet saying, you still want to fuck with me? And he says, yes, I do. You know, he's promoting less than kind of showing what he's got, but the Mike Tyson side of things, he is promoting through his training videos. And that is getting so many people hyped. But what do you make of all of this? Astrid Wett versus Jill Scott, do you think it should happen? Conor McGregor returning to UFC, do you think that should happen? And Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. The resounding response that I've had so far about this fight is just that Jake is going to get whooped. And looking at that training footage from a 57-year-old Mike Tyson, it is hard to deny that that is absolutely the case. But I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on everything down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump scare the hell out of that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new and tickle my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload. And until next time, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed. Cannot wait to see you in the next one. And I'll speak to you later. Peace.